Hi everyone. In the last class, we have seen the concept of CSS transitions. Before that, we have seen CSS transforms, and in the last video, I have given CSS animations. CSS animation. CSS transforms means just changing the uh, location or changing the position or rotating an element or skewing an element, like that will perform various kind of changes to an element. Whereas coming to transitions, we are going to change the properties. We are going to change the properties. Those properties can be anything. Those properties can be changing from one point to another point, one point to another point. Whereas coming to the CSS animations, here also we are going to change the properties. We are also going to change the properties smoothly from one point to another point. Another point. In between, you can apply multiple kind of styles, whichever you require. So this is all we can do with help of CSS animations. Some CSS animations. Okay, fine. So in today's class, what I am going to do is I am going to take an example uh, which will clearly explain the CSS animations again. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a skating girl, so which we have already seen skating girl. On the here I'm going to place some kind of line so that this girl is skating like that. It will look like. So I'm going to convert that into this kind of structure. Yeah. Fine. So what I'm going to do is I will take the code. Yeah, this is what we have seen in the previous class. Fine. I have taken this advanced.html. You can observe. Yeah. So fine. Whenever I place cursor, so the girl is moving towards the corresponding location. Translate x of 1200 pixel. Yeah, fine. What I will do is I will try to get some line right on the bottom. Yeah, I'm going to take some division. Uh, I'm going to take the class as lines. The class as lines. So you won't get anything because we didn't define any properties for that. What I will do is I will try to take the lines class. I will try to define the border for that division. Border for the division. Border as it is. I am taking it as 5 pixel, 5 pixel. So instead of taking solid a plain line, I will take dashed line so that it look like kind of a divider. Yeah, you can observe. Yes. So these two are not aligned perfectly. So I will adjust all them later. Yeah, fine. Hmm. So what I will do is so I don't want any content here. So I'm going to take the height as 0 pixel and the width also 100 pixel. 100 pixel. Yeah. Yeah. Anything I want to change here? No need. Yeah. First, but I would like to make it in such a way that these two on the touches touch these two should be touch. For that, what I will do is so this lines is available inside this division, inside the container, right? So with respect to this container, I need to make it adjust. So what I will do is I will take the container. So I didn't written any container here. Yeah, fine. So I will take the container. Container. I'm going to define the width of this container as 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, fine. I'm going to take from the left side. I'm going to take visualization. The left side, I'm going to get 20 pixel. Yes, fine. No need, right? It is moving. Yes. Okay, fine. Now what I will do is I try to adjust, right? So for example, first I will check where it is aligned. The border 1 pixel solid red color. I will try to check where it is aligned actually. Yeah, it is aligned at the bottom. At the line is aligned at the bottom. So I would like to change this line towards some movement of top. So with respect to this border, I need to change this line. Change this line so that what I will do is I will use the property called absolute property. So before using the absolute property, I need to first use the parent for relative. Parent for relative. I hope you remember that concept. Yeah. I'm going to take the position as absolute. Position as absolute. From bottom, I can change it 2%. It is somewhat clumsy. Yeah. Instead of this, I will go far from top. 95%. You can do it any manner. Also, it is clumsy. Let me go for 96%. Yes, it is somewhat okay. Fine. I would like to remove this border. Observe, guys. Whenever I place cursor over here, it is moving on the line. The girl is skating over the line. Yeah, fine. But I don't want like that. I would like to do it continuously. Do it continuously without involving the user. Without involving the user. So for that, what we can do? We can apply the CSS animations, right? Yeah. So you know the difference between the transitions and the animations. So in transitions, the triggering is required. The triggering is required, whereas in animations, triggering doesn't require. Doesn't require any kind of triggering. And also here, in transitions, you can't define the how many number of times you are going to iterate an limit. Can't define iterations. But whereas coming to these CSS animations, we have a property called iteration count, right? Animation iteration count, so that we can able to define how many number of times you need to iterate this. Yeah, fine. What I will do is, so observe guys, whenever I place cursor, only it is moving. Yeah, fine. Now I want to convert this into an automation, like without involving human. I need to make it sliding. Okay, fine. What I will do is I will try to access this element dot sample, so which I already done with while explaining the concept of transitions. So instead of this transitions, what I will do is on placing cursor also I will remove. Cursor also I will remove. So before that, I'm going to define. So to apply the animations, we need to apply the keyframes, right? Yeah, I will take the keyframes. Keyframes. The keyframe name is I will take only example. Example. Yeah, fine. So I'm going to define the from. So if you would like to have 0% all those, you can, if you want, you can take them from. I will take 2 because I need to apply the multiple timing effects. I require only 2 things here. So what does it require? I need to make it transition. I would like to make it transition. So sorry, I would like to make it transition over what? I require transition or transform. Yeah, I need to make transform. So for what is the purpose? I need to translate over x-axis. Translate over x-axis. How many pixels I need to translate? For example, which location I need to start. So from 0 pixel onwards, I need to start, and from which location I need to make. So this is all what we have seen here, right? Translate x-axis from 10 pixel and I want to start. I need to make it rotate. All those things I need to make. Yeah, transform of translate on x-axis. Translate on x-axis. I would like to make it for 1300 pixel. 1300 pixel. Yeah. I will make it comment. Now we can understand. Yeah. So once I set a set of rules, I need to bind the set of rules to a particular thing. A particular thing. What is that particular thing? For the sample, I need to bind. Okay, fine. So how we are going to bind? With the help of animation name property. With the help of animation name property. Guys, is there a necessary to write all these once again? So you have already seen the previous video. I have taken this shorthand property. Yeah, animation name is example. Animation name is example. How much duration? The duration of the animation is 5 seconds. Animation is 5 seconds, and the timing function which you want to write as, for example, is in out. I am going to take is in out, and after how much time I need to start, I am going to define it as after 1 second I need to start the animation, and I am going to define the direction as so the direction is normal only. The direction is normal, and I want to define the fill mode. Fill mode is like both. Fill mode is both. Observe guys, without involving the humor, it is going to move. Yeah. Uh, what I will do is so to make it to come back once again, to make it in such a way that to come back once again this thing, I am going to make it animation iteration count. Animation iteration count. Guys, if you observe here, I missed the animation iteration count. That animation iteration count I can define as a fourth parameter. Fourth parameter. For example, I am going to define it as infinite number of times. Okay. Starts slowly, speed slowly, again it come back, it starts, it is continuing. Yeah, from which position it is starting? It is starting from 0 pixel. I don't want from that 0 pixel, I would like to go for minus 60 pixel. Instead of minus 60 pixel, I can go for minus 100 pixel, so that you will be observed that it like a kind of rotation. So minus 120. Yeah guys, I'll go with 160 mm so that it look like. It looked like a kind of blurring effect. So I want to hide this entire thing. One second. I don't want to go far. 200 pixel. It looked like coming back. So instead of getting this image also, I'm sorry, this many number of times I'm repeating. Now you can understood that it looked like kind of rotation. Yeah. So if you want to make pause on placing hovering effect, I'm going to make it once again. I am not satisfied. I'm going to take 300 pixel. So whenever I am going to place cursor over this one, I am going to apply animation play state so that it will stop. Hey, stop, please. Animation play state as fast. Coming. Going, coming, rotating. So if I remove this delay, actually, if I remove this delay, it will be very quick. Okay. It is rotating. Multiple number of times it is rotating. If you place cursor over here, automatically stops. Hey, stop. If you remove, it will continue. So this is the simple thing that we can do with the help of animation sum. Yeah, fine. Yeah, what I will do now is I will take this example which I have taken already in the previous classes. So where I have explained the HTML 5.0 and the implementation of new website from the scratch. Here I would like to have an RGKit logo. It will try to apply various kind of effects. That is what my requirement. Yeah, for that what I will do is I will take that code. So which page it is? It is I think home.html. Home.html. Yeah, what I will do is uh, I will try to take one image in the H group. H group. So I'm going to take the name of this one as jk1.png. So is it jk1.png? Yeah, it is jk1 dot. Yeah, png file only. jk1.png. I'm going to define the height and width also for this one because I need to restrict, right? Height is 50 pixel and width is 50 pixel, so that you can observe here. Yeah, it will be aligned here, right? Yeah, what I will do is I need to make it float left so that it will look good. It will be arranged perfectly. Style equal to float towards the left side. Yeah, fine. It will be aligned perfectly. All right. I will take the class for this one in order to apply the further styles class as sample only. Class as sample. Any effect? No. Yeah. Fine. Now what I will do is I will take this one, this effect, this effect. I'm trying to apply these effects to here location. Home.html is linked to which location? Krishna.css, which I have seen already. What I will do is, so I have taken here and I'm copying here. So guys, it is coming, going fast, coming and going fast, coming and going fast. Yeah. If you want, you can go for any kind of instead of now, you can define here as minus 200. Here you can go for 400 pixel. Yeah, fine. I will try to rotate completely 0 degrees. I'll try to rotate over 360 degrees. Observe now what is happening. It is going to rotate. Going to rotate. Yeah, fine. So, for example, if you would like to see the some kind of 3D effects, some kind of 3D effect, I will try to define all those. Yeah. So instead of taking simply like this rotate of, so I'm going to take the rotate on x-axis 0 degrees and rotate on y. On y also I'm going to take that 0 degrees and rotate on z-axis also 0 degrees. 0 degrees. I'm trying to copy all these things. Meaning on all directions I'm defining the rotation. 360 degrees. 360 degrees. 360 degrees. Let me go for the execution. You can visualize what's happening here. Observe the difference between the previous one and this one. Yes. Fine. So for example, I would like to go for the thing as 90 pixel, 90 degrees. You can't visualize on the x direction, x axis. Okay, fine. I don't want to go for all those. Yeah, fine. For example, I would like to have some kind of shadow to this effect. Some kind of shadow to this effect. I can go for a property called box shadow. Box shadow, which I have explained already. So to get the shadow effects to a kind of element, we'll go for box shadow. I would like to go for horizontal shadow as 1 pixel and vertical shadow as 1 pixel. Blurring effect also 1 pixel, and the color of this shadow is yellow color. Yellow color. And from that effect, I would like to have the conversion like 1 minute. Box shadow. I would like to have 5 pixel horizontal shadow, 5 pixel vertical shadow, 5 pixel blur, and I need to get the color as blue color so that it will be matched. Yeah. Refresh. What will happen, guys? Observe. Yeah, it look like some kind of 3D image. Observe. I have given the infinite number of times, right? Yeah. It look like coming, going. Like this, it will work fine. Yeah, fine. Yeah, what I will do is in at the initial phase, I am going to make the opacity as 0 0.0 so that it will be blur. It will blur. Yeah. And at the end also, I will try to define the opacity as 0.0. What happened? I am trying to enter only the nothing. Yeah. So instead of having from, I am going to take the 0%. 0% and this as 100%. 100%. Yeah, fine. Now what I will do is I will try to copy this entire thing. I'll try to make it for 50%. So in 50%, what I will do is I'm going to define it as 1.0. Visualize. Yes. Fine. So at the starting, it will comes like a blur, full mode. Again, going for blur mode. Yeah. Like this, you can use animations. You can use animations. I hope you have got the clear idea about the animations. Thank you.